Hello, this is Brian Krause, Sublime Illuminations LEDs. Today we're going to replace a bad diode on a module on a PCB board, an LED diode. Now, to do this, the light has to be on and you have to plug it into the driver. Now we'll do that real quick. Alright, we're plugged into a good driver, but we don't have any power. So now what we have to do, we got to find out what diode is bad. So to do that, you make a little jumper wire and you go from diode to diode testing it. Well, we hit it right off the bat. And that tells you which diode is bad. The little jumper wire, see that? I'm just going each side of the diode until I find the ones that are bad. Now there could be more than one, and you'd have to tape the jumper wire on there and go to the next one until you can find them. In this case, we only have one. So what we're going to do, we're going to remove this diode. Now they're glued on, so you got to take a little sharp knife. In this case, I'm going to use an old trusted old-timer knife, and I'm going to pry the chip off. But before you pry the chip off, make sure you disconnect it from the driver. That way you don't short anything else out. Just make sure what one we have. Alright, it's that one right there in the middle. Alright, so we got to remove that. Alright, as we pry the underneath the diode, we remove it on one side. And I'll take a little pair of cutters and I'll just cut the other side off. Just a little pair of cutters, reach down there and cut it off. You don't want to damage the PCB board removing the chip. Remove the chip. Now we're going to replace it with a 3-watt, 380 nanometer UV chip. Now we got the chip. We put the chip on where it needs to go. You see it right there. Make sure it lines up to where the old one was. And we're going to solder it on. I'll move it over into place and I'll solder it. Okay, now we soldered the new chip onto the PCB board. There's the UV chip that we replaced. The module now all works just like it was when it was new, and then you got the new UV on there. So if you want to add UV chips and stuff too, this is the way you do it. You know, you want to try to change your spectrums and all that, that's how you do it. Thanks for watching. Brian Krause, Illumination, Sublime, Illuminations.